Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Old Dominion Monarchs, taking on last year's national champion, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Noles will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back looking for help. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Monarchs offense will get the first possession of the game. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against. Let's see if some emotion and adrenaline can really play a factor, and they play better than they have all year.
Takes the handoff. It's Huff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Jackson will throw. Makes the grab. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive that you watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down. You throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Rush is on him. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Monarchs line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So the Florida State Seminoles offense has its first opportunity of the day. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now on 1st down from the 40.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone as a 14.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offensive quarterback find one, they could hurt you. And you saw it right there on the crossing line.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, no!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Jackson gonna throw it. Here's the pressure. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Monarchs send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll keep it on the ground. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Seminoles will call on their punt team.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Touch pass on the right. Breaks into the open. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to look at the touch passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead from the running outside.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
Nice right there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Going for 6. Touchdown, Florida State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Utah is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Alex Smith, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to BYU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it. This one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and now intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you've already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
He might want another play.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown Seminoles! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it out. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, that play right there shows me that the quarterback has a plan. He had no hesitation. The defense was bearing down on him. He got hit on that play, but he knew where his running back was. He got it out to him quick, and as a result, we avoided the negative play and sack.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Fires downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Monarchs will bring the punt team onto the field. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Looking for room. It's Peppers. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run all through.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Noles will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Under fire. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Working on the right. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you can tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The quick out, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Seminoles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air, and the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
When you go for 4th and inches in this fringe area of the field in your opponent's territory, I'd be curious to see if on the next play now, they're going to try and take a shot and see if they can catch the defense sleeping.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right on the money. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking for a crease. It's Peppers. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Seminoles have their offense in high gear. They'll give it to him again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the 1st half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Finds a man on the left. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the first half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Here we go, here we go. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, no! I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to...
The Monarchs will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll open the second half with a run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The play action fake. Shoots it to the left. Nobody around as he makes the catch. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Troy has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up 14 over Southern Miss. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Jackson will throw. Going for the big play. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Quarterback making checks. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
There are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk play. And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Touchdown Seminoles! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he puts through the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
0.
And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
And the Monarchs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man.
He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Monarchs will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Bean. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
To the ground, he's got it again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Buys a little time. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
They'll leave it with him. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
He's looking to throw. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, no! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting...
Gonna take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the defense, Dave, got him at the 27.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. They got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
He's got an open man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Monarchs have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just a hair too much on him from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
Gets the back moving. Wants to throw again. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Monarchs will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. On the run, it's Peppers. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick.
Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Going to swing it on second down. With the catch, it's Love. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Bring in the heat. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida State.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll start this drive going to the air. Lost the defense, he's wide open. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Throwing on the run. Makes the catch down the right side. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He wants to change this route. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Short completion along the sideline will be enough for the first down. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. catch in the middle. It's in goal. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Seminoles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Go straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Seminoles. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten at this point. You've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they've just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were, they knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams. And they've been able to do that to the